Cherie came to our church, Pantano Baptist Church, one Sunday evening and informed us about Tucson Refugee Ministry. Because of her involvement, we became involved, and within just a few months had adopted a family from Somalia. For 2 months prior to their arrival, people in our church had collected furniture, clothing, food, other items that they could use when they arrived. One Monday night, 15 people from our church gathered at the Tucson airport, and as their plane taxied in, we were all excited, standing there with our balloons, toys for the children, signs that people had made, and people began to come through the airport, and all of a sudden we could see the family that we had been waiting for. As they gathered there with us, they were overwhelmed. Language was a problem. We didn't speak Somali. They didn't speak English. Culture was completely different. The lady was dressed differently than we were dressed. But one thing that carried over was a smile. And somehow we could communicate with them without words. One of the things that's been good for our church is the level of involvement. There were some folks who went only to the airport the first night the Somali family arrived. There were others who came only to the party. There have been others, however, who have been extremely involved, sharing their lives and sharing their time. Some of those going to the grocery store on many occasions, and it's been good to see the lessons that can be taught by just taking someone to an American grocery store and sharing the culture. And so the levels of involvement have been great. This refugee ministry has energized and transformed our church. It's been good for everyone that's been involved. It's even been good for the folks who haven't been involved. We've kept it at the forefront of our ministry throughout this past year. And so I highly recommend the Tucson Refugee Ministry. I highly recommend Cherie just to get your church involved and to do something that perhaps you've never thought of doing, and to transform your church in the way that ours has been transformed.